You ready? Huh? Well, you gotta let it set up a little bit. Yeah. I'm gonna turn you loose this time.
I would estimate that almost any crime that happens here, for that matter, any other place in the U.S., it's probably 95% drug-related in some form or fashion. You know, the person's trying to steal money by writing hot checks in order to purchase drugs. They break into a house and burglarize it in order to sell the things they steal in order to get drugs. So I would think at least 90–95% of all crimes that are, especially that involve victims, are drug-related.
Enter Puko, the Ada Police Department's brand new drug detection dog. Puko is a 2-year-old German Shepherd trained to use a sense of smell that is at least 25 times more accurate than a human's.
He's a member of our narcotics investigation unit, so he's a drug detection dog, and that's his primary objective, is to go out and detect drugs in various places that the investigators think there might be a need for the detection. Specifically, he's used whenever he's needed. Generally, it's something that's scheduled, say if we're going to go run through the school locker rooms or something like that. They've worked with school administrations to set up times for that so it doesn't disrupt classrooms or anything like that. If we have a search warrant that we have some probable cause and we need some specific location or something, then we use him. Patrol can request him if they feel like they've got enough probable cause to locate some drugs, but they don't know specifically where they're at. So he's used anytime we need him.
The Ada Police Department paid for Puko with donations made by businesses and individuals throughout the community. He continues an Ada Police tradition of utilizing dogs for law enforcement.
The first dog we had was kind of a combination of a tracking dog, an attack dog, and a drug detection dog. He had multiple functions, and as such he wasn't very good with the drug detection and stuff because he was aggressive sometimes when he shouldn't be and that kind of thing. But we kind of learned a lesson from that and then went specifically to a drug detection dog, which was a Labrador by the name of Tanner, handled by one of our now captain, Rick Jamar. And Tanner retired several years back and just recently passed away, but he was very successful and a really good drug detection dog.
Puko was born in Czechoslovakia, where he received his initial obedience training. More recently, he underwent training as a drug detector at a specialized school in Shawnee, Oklahoma.
We have 2 narcotics investigators, and both of those narcotics investigators went to Shawnee and trained with the dog during the latter part of the dog's training to learn how to handle him properly and speak to him in Czechoslovakian and that kind of thing. So we have 2 different people that do that.
Because of his training and his highly sensitive nose, Puko is able to detect several different illegal drugs, including methamphetamine, marijuana, cocaine, and even heroin.
Of course, people in that business that use drugs and sell drugs, they're constantly evolving. We have to respond to their evolution. But one thing that's always seemed to hold true and been a benefit to law enforcement throughout the world is that you can't hardly fool a dog. You can pack drugs in coffee, you can pack drugs in just about anything you can think of. And the dog's sense of smell is going to get through that and find those drugs for us. Total eradication of illegal use of drugs and illegal drugs is a near impossibility. Locally, we take the viewpoint that what we're going to try to accomplish is deal with our little community here in the city of Ada and make it difficult enough where the people who choose to do these things choose to go someplace else. That's our goal, and it seems to work pretty well. We have specific narcotics investigators, and now we have Puko the dog to assist them. And they've been pretty successful. They've rounded up a lot of bad guys and put them in jail.
Show me, show me. Good boy.
Although Puko is still a young dog and relatively new to the job, he has already made numerous drug detections and proven himself to be a very valuable asset to the Ada Police Department.
Pretty soon, humans will put the characteristics of humans on their animals and they're part of their family. In this case, when you work with an animal like Puko, he has specific things that he does for us. You can't help but grow close to him, so he becomes part of the family, so to speak, or part of our organization. So he's not really a dog anymore, he's a police officer. He's got a badge number and that kind of thing, so he's one of us, really.